like having something to look at.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god! You got so scared.
When you Google it, balloons start floating.
There's like one little red balloon on the side. Yeah, there it is. Look. Oh no!
I'm sorry, nothing will top that. I can't believe how in I am. I liked the first episode fine.
Yeah.
I loved this episode. And this episode actually did both. It scared me.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny.
Sure.
And that's the best kind.
Yeah.
Like horror that you can laugh at.
Oh, absolutely.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I do and I don't love it when people who are like insanely hot do stuff like this.
I wouldn't call him insane. No, he is
sexy.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. I wouldn't call him insanely hot.
Well, no, his brother's insanely hot.
Yes. He kind of has Steve Buscemi eyes.
I'll allow it.
He's got Steve Buscemi eyes. He'll tease you. I really, really liked this episode.
It was good.
Do you have a starting point?
I guess I didn't need more graphic proof that all those kids are dead.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, they like went back and did more.
Yeah, and it was like more clear shots. And yeah. I literally was like truly audacious.
Yeah. However, then the thing at the end with Lily in the grocery store, it seems like maybe Phil's not dead. I
didn't pick up on that until you guys mentioned.
His face was the only one that wasn't rotting.
Kind of like decaying, and his was. I'm curious what this is going to be about, because it's like clearly, what was his name? Mike. Mike is like talking to them, like, or was talking to her, Maddie.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like someone at some point, there's going to be like a rescue. There's like a Stranger Things vibe to this.
There is a little bit.
I know this is the OG.
Well, yeah, there is a little bit. The thing that I think is happening is that the military thinks they're going after some sort of weapon that Cuba has like put somewhere. I think they're going to unearth Pennywise.
Yeah. They think there's some weapon that...
But I think because Dick is helping them get so close, like they're so close... His powers are already, because we've seen his eyes a couple of times, like in the womb, in Ronnie's mom's womb.
Oh, Pennywise. Yes.
We're unearthing Pennywise, and we've seen, his eyes a couple times.
So they think the military, it's James Remar, I don't have his name yet, but they think that there's a weapon, they're calling it.
Earl Shaw.
That disarms or it like incapacitates the enemy, the opponent or whatever, by tapping into their fear. So they've got like that part of it down.
Okay, I'm going to be honest.
What they don't have down is the demon clown / alien.
I'm going to be honest. I fully was not listening when they said that, so I'm glad I was right.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I was like, I like looked down at my computer and then I got distracted for like 2 minutes and I looked back up and I was like, I didn't hear a word of that.
There were two parts. I did film my reaction and I had a blast. There were like 2 parts where I like zoned out and I was like, whoa, I missed that. Because there was a lot, this episode in particular, there was a whole lot to take in. But no, they said that there's something where they were like referring to it as a weapon, and that's why they need Hanlon, is because he has a brain injury from Korea.
Sure.
That just doesn't engage in the fear. It like doesn't allow him to be susceptible to it. And so that's why they apparently tested him with that like racist attack that may or may not have been real to varying degrees.
Okay, it was a real attack. It wasn't racist because the airman who like basically signed a written confession, he's just being a fall guy for it essentially. But like Leroy went in there with the like Russian gun and was like, here's the thing about this specific Russian gun is it's super duper hard to put together, to even just load and put together and shoot. And then
he was like, whoever attacked me did it like he was married to it.
Yeah. And then he was like, I'm going to fuck your mom. And
with this, the writing in this episode and the acting in this episode, because Leroy and even the guy, whatever his name was, like their like chemistry was electric. Like I was sort of like,
I was like, are you gonna fuck him?
Yeah, I was like, I kind of want to see it. But no, the way like I laughed out loud at so many points, which again, for a show about brutally killing children, that's I think an accomplishment.
Well,
but it's also like
if
I was watching another show and they were decimating children like this, I would find it very distasteful. But it comes with the territory. Like we're here for that in this. And so, and I really, really like that I can tell we don't have a gay character yet, but we actually have a lot of Black characters and specifically like Black POV characters
and they
where
said,
the audience is in their perspective. And it makes the behemoth of the racial tension easier to take as an audience member.
It's awful. The other thing too is there was the kid that Will made friends with in the hall in the after Rich, in the after thing they said he's Cuban.
I was so proud because I watched that with you guys, but I was proud of picking up on that because he was eating the empanada.
Oh, it didn't even occur to me.
He was eating it, and I was like, so are they in the hallway because they're other?
Yeah. Well, also, Will's just a dork. He's so cute. He's such a cute little dork doing extra reading.
Him.
He's so cute.
Who is that boy?
I don't know because
the IMDb isn't updated yet.
As per you, IMDb is
worthless.
An absolute shit show now that it's owned by Jeff Bezos.
I tried to make a pickle joke. Suck a pickle, Jeff. I don't know. We don't like you. He was so good. That boy is so cute. I was like, when they went into his room, which first of all, that room's amazing.
Room is fucking good. And I think it just came that way. No way Leroy put up that wallpaper over the weekend, you know?
the cowboy wallpaper, but with like the built-in shelves and then the telescope. And immediately the like...
His name is Blake Cameron James.
He's so good.
Very cute.
The way that they're conveying information in the show is really good. I really like it because the second that they had to like, I didn't even need the conversation, but I appreciated the conversation.
Yeah.
Where Leroy was like, really, telescope? And she was like, I didn't want to get him another baseball bat to use as a paperweight. So I was like, he's sensitive.
Yeah.
And she was Taylor
Page.
Zola. She's fantastic.
She is too, and we were watching it out there because she's like walking down the street in Derry, and everybody is kind of like nobody's
the theme to a summer place. The music in this is exquisite.
So nobody's being overtly racist to her.
So unnerving.
But everybody's looking at her really weird, and Will just goes, imagine looking at Taylor Page and not just thinking she's one of the most beautiful women in the whole world. And I was like, no kidding.
I didn't recognize her until after like inside the episode. She's electric. Like she's so her name was Charlotte.
Yep.
She's so beautiful. And just their dynamic is so lived in. And like again, that montage of her just exploring the town. Of course, this is a horror show that takes place in the 60s, and we're watching a Black woman that just moved into this house. So we know what's happening. Yeah. And the way they were straddling the line.
Well, also, we are just coming off of Peacemaker, in which
so we're already a little on edge.
They saw Danielle Brooks walking down the street and said one got out, and then we didn't explore that further.
But I keep waiting for the other shoe to fall, which is like true of the entire show and probably series.
Well, they are hanging Hank Grogan out to dry.
Yeah.
Because he's Black.
But like, so we'll get there. But like just that whole interaction, like the way everyone was behaving, and then the butcher, he was Stanley Cleaver, and he's not a carpet cleaner.
That's what they call him.
That's what the kids call him.
Stanley Cleaver.
And then there was that weird scene where like the teenage boys were fighting. And she should have left well enough alone. I mean, I get that that's not her character.
Okay, the teenage boys were not fighting. 3 teenage boys were kicking and beating the shit out of a little four-eyed dork on the ground. And she was like, what the hell is this? And the butcher was like, oh, boys will be boys. And I was like, no, they fucking won't.
I'm gonna hang myself.
Absolutely not. And so she went out there and was like, stop. And then the one boy like just sort of stepped to her, and I was like, that's a grown-up.
Well, it was like she glitched the Matrix.
Oh yeah,
like it was very WandaVision.
You know what it is? It's like a really, really dark-sided version of Pleasantville.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And so, but nothing fully came of it.
Yeah,
but like the way after she broke them up, it was like Westworld, where they sort of like reset and just continued, and everybody stared at her. and then it just sort of like went back. Like it I can't even be like something weird happened. Like the nothingness was what was weird.
Yeah.
Like just the absolute blankness of everything. And then they just sort of went about their.
Yeah. Well, the boys chased the boy again. And then because when they got home, she asked Will if something happened like that to him. And he didn't say anything, but the little prick white boys at school pulled his chair. So he fell down. And then the teacher got mad at him.
Next to him with the pencil? Someone was
maybe.
like cedar.
Cool pencil. Yeah, maybe.
Was that Rich?
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
I didn't clock it, but it could be.
Well, because then there was this other boy. He was like a chubby boy that threw the stink bomb. And I don't understand if there was any more to that because I thought he was being bullied. And then when he threw the stink bomb, I was like, oh, is that something else? And then, of course, that same horrible teacher.
Every authority figure on this show.
Is that the Stephen King? Is that the Stephen King?
We should be so lucky that so far James Remar is being mostly decent.
So far, you've had the eye. You've had one Pennywise eye on him for both episodes.
It is the Stephen King thing for me. I just it's always the authority figure. So it's like, because like in Under the Dome, it's like the mayor of the town. And he is just fully trashed the whole time. And it's like 3 pages from the end before anything happens to him. And it's infuriating. To be fair.
I think the balance is good so far.
So far it's good.
With the show.
To be fair, I do think he gets eaten alive by meth heads. If I'm remembering.
In Under the Dome?
Yeah.
Spoilers for.
Who cares?
I watched the first season of that show, and I think there was like maybe 2. I think it was one of those that really kind of fell off.
It was like not a very faithful adaptation.
Yeah.
So.
There was like a hot minute in the 2010s where summer shows were like all the rage, and it was just when streaming was becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And so I kind of feel robbed of like an era that I think we could have had a rich like Wayward Pines, like The Gates. Like, I mean, we got True Blood, but that's cable, so that doesn't
count. Yeah,
unfortunately. So was there anything else with Charlotte and Leroy Hanlon that we needed to?
Well, Leroy...
I just like him so much. I literally was like, he reminds me of one of my friend's dads when we were growing up, who was like a cop. And...
Well, Leroy, like we said, he did uncover that it wasn't the airman that was attacking him. So he goes to James Remar and he's like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be filing a report with Internal Affairs to like keep this investigation going. And he
also just like, he wasn't needy. Like he wasn't needing approval or like appealing to.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's very compelling.
But then General Shaw was like, oh, no, it was definitely me. But give me 10 minutes and I will see if you like still are pissed about it. And so he basically explains the whole thing where they're like looking for this weapon and that they need. And I guess we're all in on Dick Halloran's psychic abilities. They're like
some of us are like
he is
some of them. That is moderately true. The government really dabbled in like the 50s, 60s, and 70s in like psychic stuff to see if it was real or not. And almost all of it came back inconclusive. Like they couldn't even prove it wasn't. It was just sort of like, I don't know.
Well, because he was out for drinks with 2 other officers and they got racially kicked out of the main bar, so they went somewhere else to have moonshine. It
was Jackson Reggie.
Okay, and Dick
Halloran.
We're all having drinks, and so they went somewhere to get moonshine, which we didn't see where it was. And then they were trying to get back on base, and the like entrance guy, the guard, was like, we'll just see about that. And he was like, tell them it's Dick Halloran. And he was like, yes, some guy named Dick. And he's like, oh, okay. And he let him back in. And I was like, why don't you just fucking listen to people?
Well, I mean.
No, it was racist. Like, I understand having to do your job for the military, but he had such a smug prick attitude about it. And I'm not here for it.
Oh, also, I wrote down because I was taking notes, but I think we'll be seeing more of the Grand Dames of Derry.
Yes.
They were in the...
Oh, man. Apparently,
the deli.
A big to-do about this Paul Bunyan statue. Everyone is fuck Paul Bunyan. And I'm like, you don't even have the main claim to Paul Bunyan. That is in Minnesota. Like, what are you doing?
I thought that was really fun. I am going to say something controversial and brave. I think Patty's a bitch.
Yeah, I think all
I
three.
think Patty and the patty cakes are bitches.
If you have to give
And I think this is a character test for Marge.
if you have to give your own friend group a nickname, you're a bitch.
That little girl's very pretty, though.
She's so pretty.
But just like the poor Margie. Margie is one of my favorite characters, and she's trying so hard to have it both ways.
Here's the
and
thing,
it's
though.
so relatable.
Here's the thing, though, is she's in with the patty cakes. She's in there.
She's on notice.
No, she's in there. The issue is that every time she takes she takes the attention away from Patty for too long, then it's, didn't she wear that sweater yesterday?
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Gross. Gross.
I don't have an opinion on the other two. Do we think that, I mean, we'll probably need more, but do we think that we're going to end up getting anything from Patty? Do you think she's going to end up being a character, or we're going to potentially redeem her, or?
I'm trying to find that picture again. I'm psyched as hell for this. That's them. That's the patty cakes.
Okay.
Yeah. At some point, they're going to look into the eyes of Pennywise.
Okay, so maybe just red shirts. I'm fine with that.
I don't know about red shirts.
Think she's going to get a roller skate to the face?
Oh, God.
Stay tuned. Our Stranger Things season 5 trailer reactions coming.
It'll probably already be out by the time. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. So we talked about the patty cake.
Oh, also Marge is the funny one.
Yeah, she's taking attention away from Patty. One thing we did not talk about is that there is a Native American woman who owns a shop, like a kind of general store. Charlotte went in there, and that seems important because there were also a trio of Native American boys, or men, looking over the.
I didn't make that connection.
The military
and also
dig sites.
That there were 4 different words you said that I know are Stephen King tropes. So
what?
Native American woman. Antique shop.
Okay, it is not Needful Things. I want to put that right at the top. It's not Needful Things.
So far.
No, it's not Needful Things. If it ends up being Needful Things, I'm going to...
I don't think it's going to literally be, but this is giving me vibes that it's paying homage to other Stephen King stuff. So I didn't clock that, but she's the one who sold them the telescope. So, I mean, that scene wasn't there for nothing.
No, and Charlotte was like, we just moved in, and so we're just looking for things to fill the place.
And did we say specifically that basically they're using Dick Halloran as a supernatural homing device?
Yeah.
And because this weapon, there are, what did they call
It's them? 4. It's like a quadrant or something.
Like obelisks, or they called them something. There's 4 things around it that they're using.
Ley lines.
To try currents
that
they're using to triangulate the location of the weapon. And so I guess Dick Halloran is finding those.
Yeah, so basically the shine, that's how the shine works, is he just gets vibes, basically. And it's sort of and
he's 1 for 4.
So he's he's not been doing very well, and not James Remar, but someone that's just below him is giving him a hard time. As if it's an exact science, some kind of, you know what I mean? And so basically now that we've got Leroy on board, and he is a good pilot, and like you said, the fear part of him is sort of turned off or whatever, they're going to get him, and I assume his friend Russo, right, to fly Dick around so he can feel it from the air. Because it's it'll cover more ground more quickly.
And at the end, they found a car with dead bodies and what
guns
else?
And money. Will said there was a Tommy gun and just bunches of money.
Okay, I don't know what any of that means.
I don't either.
Okay, we touched on.
At first, I thought it was the car that Maddie got in.
Oh.
But Will flipped it back, and he was there. That's a gun, and so I was like, no, there wasn't a gun in that car.
We touched on it, but to go back, we opened with Ronnie and her dad and his grandmother or his mother, who is a full character, Luella, Hank and Luella Grogan. I like them. I'm worried for Hank.
Yeah. Lily, well, they name dropped Shawshank in the preview for next week. You know, they do to kitty murderers and Shawshank. Yeah, bad stuff.
This is where, because like I said, I'm largely actually having a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
But this is where the Stephen King dread is seeping in.
Yeah. Because it's even bad in The Green Mile, and that is largely an uplifting story.
And I loved when they were taking him away, and Luella was yelling at all the people.
To go home.
and she was like, you should be ashamed of yourself feeding on others' pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're just stating the thesis.
Yeah. So that's the thing too, is that like I really feel like Lily is between a rock and a hard place, because it's like, okay, so I'm gonna go to the cops and be like, it was a demon monster baby with 2 heads.
Mm-hmm, of course.
That flies.
And her bitch mom's not gonna do anything to help.
She's like
clocked
fucking
that.
Natalie Martin. Just take her to the nearest fucking asylum.
You dare!
Take her to the nearest
Natalie
asylum.
Martin
Took Lydia to the nearest asylum on more than one occasion.
Natalie Martin was conflicted when she paid attention. When she wasn't just ignoring the problem. Okay. This lady's worthless.
She is worthless, because this isn't even the first time she's
Natalie Martin was doing her hair, okay?
Because this isn't even the first time she's taken Lily to the asylum. She was there after her dad died because she was apparently too sad for too long, after having witnessed her father be mangled to death really by pickle machinery.
What was this pickle machinery that was slicing his head horizontally like a bread slice? Like, ugh.
The pickle slicer.
Oh, no.
It's called a, well, okay, the only reason I know this is from an episode of Bones, but there is something for when you're making like applesauce or sauces. It's called like a ribbon folder, and it can slice you as well. Yeah, but it was probably like the pickle slicer.
I just didn't really work any of that through.
Yeah, or I mean, just getting caught in machinery will tear you to pieces.
That's more like, it was very clean cuts.
Well, okay, that wasn't real. Her dad is not in pickle jars.
So far, so we had 2 big horror scenes in this one, and one thing that they're doing,
God. It's too much pregnancy. It's too much pregnancy stuff.
If it keeps going, I might be annoyed, but I'm okay.
I didn't get pregnant and have a baby on purpose.
Why am I being subjected to this?
That was a fully thought out decision I made for my own life.
Okay, so I have an observation that I think is really funny. A lot of times with horror, you're told less is more. Mm-hmm. And this so far is extending beyond reason.
Well, so that's what makes it kind of funny.
Kept going.
Yeah.
That's, I think, a gamble, and I think it's paid off. And again, if not scary, gross, at least entertainment. Because it's like, I was a proper combination of both. I found Ronnie's pregnancy dream more upsetting. I have a thing with, I don't like scary faces, apparently.
No, it's the eyes. You can't.
I can't do scary eyes. And when her face, like, initially, like, she was like, which it was kind of like, it was scary and cool and creative and stuff. But when her face went like weird and she came at her, and the ways that it like, even cinematically, it's playing out sort of like a haunted house, like a ride through haunted house, where
the movie
body was literally kind of like, ooh, and it's like,
it's because I have this sneaking suspicion that Pennywise is also a dork.
It's really good. It's really interesting.
Because it's also like, it's scary for children. Like he's trying to frighten children. Because one of my favorite things from the movie is when they're like running, it's like the dilapidated house or whatever, and they're like running through it. And it's like, the one door says like scary, and they're like, well, not that one. And they go to the next one and it's like super scary. Sure, it's definitely more scary.
But there's just something about watching the show that's sort of like watching those TikTok montage videos of people being scared by animatronics.
Sure.
There's like an animatronic or like an artificial quality to it that keeps making me feel like I'm riding the carousel of progress.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, and it's part of what makes it so much fun for me. I don't know. It's really, I throw this word down a lot when we talk about this kind of stuff, but there's this like, there's a fantastical notion to almost all of it, where it like, as an audience member, it allows me to enjoy it because I feel removed from it.
Okay.
Like I very much feel like a spectator.
Sure.
Where sometimes scary things are scary because they feel real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel safe watching this show. Like I'm not, like I could watch the show by myself. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if I need to keep going. But.
No, it makes sense. The only other thing that I noticed, and it was something that the credits gave me, not the show, Teddy the family is Stanley from the movies. The little boy Stanley. I assume Teddy's brother had a son who had a son.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because
one of the characters.
It's this kid. He's like one of them, one of the losers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just noticed that, and I was like, that's interesting that they didn't put a button on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess his dad was also the rabbi, the like town rabbi.
Okay.
So we'll see about that.
They did. The cops basically bullied Lily into implicating.
Because basically she was like, I know he wasn't there, and that's what she was telling. That's what she was telling Ronnie, is like, I told him that he wasn't there. I know he wasn't there. But I can't say monster. You know, they're going to send me back. And the cop was like, okay, but can you be 100% sure he wasn't there? And it's like, you can't be certain of a negative, man. Mm-hmm. That's not
how this works.
You can't prove a negative. So.
Rich likes Margie. He has a crush on Margie.
Oh, yeah. And
then the other patty cake flipped him off, and I thought that was funny. I was like, if you're going to be interesting, I'm fine with that. I did want to say, because we did have the grocery store shopping, so funny.
Yeah.
So good. I
need a Fizz-a-Lot in my mouth immediately. But they look like they taste so good.
I just loved how surreal and gradually it became scary. Yeah. And like part of it, again, was just silly with like the shelves sort of moving.
And also the guy being
that guy and the lady whose head.
No.
But like the guy who was like dancing behind her.
So
and
creepy.
I was laughing out loud at the announcer. Where he was like, Lily, have you lost your marbles? Because there's a sale on marbles on aisle 5. And it was just like, there's something about being mocked while you're afraid that is just really chef's kiss.
So the other patty cakes are Patty, Rhonda, and Elaine.
So there's 2 patties?
No, it's just Patty, Rhonda, Elaine, and then Margie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think that's largely...
It looks like we're going to a carnival in the next episode, which sounds terrible.
We'll find out, won't we?
But whatever.
So, okay. Well, we will have my reaction on Patreon, and like and subscribe, and we'll be back at some point to do more.
Bye.